Family Affair, Chapter 7. The day of the baby shower. Demi, supportive as ever, came over early to help you get ready and give you some much-needed advice. I wonder what kind of gifts people are gonna bring to a billionaire baby shower. Jewel-encrusted diapers? Speaking of, jewel-encrusted, is Daphne still giving you trouble? In more ways than one. I almost walked in on something pretty intimate the other night. It's not just the pregnancy stuff, there's something there between me and Cole, something undeniable. I've seen the way you look at him, but he's spoken for, hun, and something tells me Daphne Stone isn't fond of sharing. They are a couple. Is that really such a surprise? Maybe you need to put some distance between you and both of them. You're right. I need to keep my distance and avoid temptation. A surprisingly sharp pang of loss erupts in your chest at the thought of staying away from Cole, but that's exactly why you need to do it. He needs to focus on his wife and his family, and I need to let him. And you need to keep your sweet, tender heart safe. I don't want to see you get hurt. Maybe you can look forward to the amazing food. I'm sure Daphne had it imported from France or something. As long as there are no eggs, I'm good. They've been making me so nauseous lately. Just remember, I'll be right by your side all day today. If you need a distraction or a pep talk, I'm your girl. I never thought I'd need a +1 for my own baby shower, but I wouldn't pick anyone else. So, have you decided what you're wearing? Demi peers into your closet and pulls out a beautiful floral dress that would hug your curves perfectly. You run the silky fabric through your fingers, imagining Cole seeing you in it, and the feeling of his fingers caressing the fabric. So much for stay away from Cole. Took 12 seconds. And I don't hate the idea of giving Cole a taste of what he'll be missing. Really interesting dress. As you slip it on, you can't help but feel confident about the day ahead, even if your feelings are still in turmoil. You know what they say, you only get one surrogate baby shower. I don't think I've heard that one before, but when people see you in that, they'll say anything you want them to. You and Demi arrive at the Chichuli Glass Museum, and you take in the elegant decorations and the gorgeous light filtering through the windows. It's pretty. I don't think this place could look any more beautiful, but you made it happen. Making art is easier than when you start with the right canvas. There you are. Cole appears beside you, his sudden proximity making your heart skip a beat, even as you remind yourself that you're keeping your distance. 10 minutes early, per Daphne's emphatic instructions. I'm gonna go grab a mocktail. Demi gives you a supportive squeeze on the shoulder as she departs, leaning you a measure of resolve. Cole's eyes darken with desire as he takes in your dress. Your skin tingles from that look, recalling the last time he devoured you with his eyes. Alyssa, you look perfect. Apparently the cat agrees. You give him a slow spin so he can appreciate your curves from every single angle. He swallows hard when your backside comes into view. If I'm going to be on display today, I thought I might as well dress the part. His eyes reluctantly return to yours. The effect is effective. With your gazes locked, it's all too easy to let your surroundings fade until it feels like you're the only people in the world. Your heart pounds as Cole reaches up to smooth a crease just below your shoulder, his knuckles brushing your bare skin. Run your fingers along the top of your dress. Trace the top of your dress, your fingers brushing the skin of your breasts as you draw them down to your cleavage. You see him visibly swallow. It's a great color on you. His eyes linger on your fingers and chest a moment longer before snapping up to look at you with a feral hunger your heart matches immediately. Why, thank you. When he steps closer, you remember the promise you made to yourself earlier. Cole, we need to... But before you can get another word out, a smiling woman in a smart blouse rushes up and pulls Cole into a hug. Cole, honey! A smart blouse? Does it connect with your smart TV? A teenage girl joins a hug a moment later, while a quiet man waits behind. This can only be Cole's mom, stepdad, and sister. Mom, Keith, Mia, I'd like you to meet Alyssa, the surrogate who's carrying baby Stone. It's great to meet you. We're so impressed with what you're doing for Daphne and Cole. And how amazing you look while you're doing it. And I thought Daphne in style. Thank you all, but I wouldn't be able to do it if I wasn't so sure your son would make an amazing father. That's so kind of you to say. It gives me hope that Cole and Daphne will do better than Cole's father and I did. Hey, well, he's a billionaire CEO philanthropist. I'd say my son turned out pretty well. Hi, Dad. Amanda. Sorry, we're behind on schedule. The Bighorn's game went into overtime and Walt wouldn't budge till there was a winner. You must be Alyssa. I always thought it was a hyperbole when people say pregnancy makes you glow, but you're radiant. Thank you. So, must be weird, huh? Renting out your, Cole's dad gestures to your stomach with his eyebrows raised. Walt, I told you not to say things like that. I'm gonna deal with the cat. I'm sorry, this surrogacy thing is new to an old man like me. In my day, you had to make the old baby the old-fashioned way by, Hey, was there a stork involved back in your day, Walt? Delivering a cute little colt in its beak? There were bees somewhere in there, too. You see everyone ease up as they chuckle. Let's hope the baby gets some of that sense of humor of yours. Paul leans in to whisper in your ears. Breath brushes your neck, sending a thrill of excitement all the way to a thrum between your legs. I think I'm gonna need to keep you around for every family gathering. The moment is cut short as Daphne waltzes into view, her presence demanding attention. Estella follows in her wake. The guest of honor is here, everyone. I thought the guest of honor was literally the baby. That's the whole purpose of a baby shower. Now the baby shower can officially begin. Cole is swept off to greet guests as the shower gets underway. Dammy returns with a drink in each hand and offers you one. Can I offer you a little liquid courage? Is there real liquid courage in there? Because we need it. Coconut mojito cooler. Yes, please. You accept the mocktail from Demi and take a sip, enjoying the refreshing mint and smooth hint of coconut. Thanks. Even without any alcohol in these are delicious. A photographer circles Daphne and her gaggle of model friends, taking their photo from every angle possible. The camera loves you, my darlings. Perfect. I thought Daphne said she wanted this to be an intimate event. Ah, so no one warned you that a Daphne Stone party can't go lower than 200 guests. You turn to see an unfamiliar man with a relaxed posture sipping a drink of his own. As soon as he catches her eye, Demi leans in to whisper, Now here's a tall drink of water. I'm Leon Wilson, Biotech's head of R&D. And co-founder. If I have my facts straight, you and Cole went to college together, right? Yeah, we were roommates at Stanford. College roommates, huh? Tell me. All his nerdy secrets. That's a long list. Has he told you by the time he made an acoustic cover album of the soundtrack to Diablo 2? Yes! Diablo 2 reference, I'm sorry. He must have forgotten to mention it somehow. As the three of you laugh and make small talk, the photographer you spotted earlier approaches. Can I get a group photo? I know you. You're Harrison Rhodes. You're a guest judge on USA's Next Top Supermodel. I make an appearance from time to time. I also work exclusively with Daphne. You pose beside Demi and Leon, smiling at Harrison's high-end camera lens. Harrison snaps a photo and then looks at the image on his camera screen. He looks up at you impressed. Okay, you definitely have a special glow about you. Not even half the models I shoot look as natural as you do. You notice Cole watching from where he stands in a nearby group. His jaw tightens when Harrison steps in close to show you the shot. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he was jealous. Curiosity making you bold, you lean towards Harrison, your shoulders brushing his. Cole's hands balls into a fist. It must be the pregnancy glow everyone talks about. Oh, then we should capture it. Do you mind if I steal your companion for an impromptu photo shoot? Oh, this'll be fun. I'd love to be your temporary muse, Harrison. Demurely or suggestively. You know what, why not? You only get this chance once in your life, right? You push your hip out to emphasize your curves and give the camera a sultry pout. If he's gonna be jealous, might as well give him something to be jealous about. Harrison glances down at the pictures and comes up and adjusts your position, posing you with his hands. Actually, you might be the most gorgeous woman in the room right now. They glance around to see if Daphne heard, worried how she might react to a comment like that, but your eyes land on Cole first. He steps forward, sliding a protective arm around your waist and gently pulling you away from Harrison. Alyssa, there's something I need to... But we're not done! The shoot is cut short when Estelle draws everyone's attention by clinking a glass with a fork. Okay, everyone, you can't have a baby shower without some shower games. The crowd gathers around Estelle and Daphne, inadvertently pushing you and Demi off to the side. The first game is called Who Knows Mommy? Whoever knows the most Daphne trivia gets a prize. First question, when Daphne danced the Nutcracker as a little girl, what part was she? A tree. I don't know. The second question about Daphne's first magazine cover, and by the third, Demi leans over to whisper to you. I can't get over how Daphne-centric this game is. Shouldn't it be about both parents? You find yourself searching for Cole in the crowd. He's a ways behind Daphne, wearing a polite expression, but you can't help notice the hint of strain in it. Mouth something funny to him. As always, he seems to feel your eyes on him, and he meets your gaze. You give him a small smile. What's Daphne's best quality? She's so humble. Mouth the words to him, making sure to enunciate every syllable so he can understand. He brings his hand up to cover the smile. It suddenly spreads across his face. Your gaze is drawn to his lips as he traces his bottom lip with his thumb. You would give anything to feel those lips on yours right this second. Oh, cute. You drag your gaze away from Cole to see Leon shooting Demi some rather coy glances. Demi smiles back at him. Wow, you two are seriously undressing each other with your eyes right now. We are not! Demi, he licked his lips. He wants to ravish you. You should go talk to him. Well, a little talking can't hurt. Demi makes her way towards Leon as Harrison wins the Who Knows Mommy game and collects his prize, a goodie bag filled with gift cards. Now let's take a break with some refreshments. Everyone, please enjoy the sushi platters we have set up. Did you prepare any other food? Remember that Alyssa can't have raw fish. Daphne blinks at him, obviously having forgotten that rule. Oh, well, I think Carmen prepared some deviled eggs with the galoche chickens I had imported from France. And you forgot about her and eggs. Even the thought of eggs sends your stomach roiling with nausea. Cole immediately notices and steps closer to you. Are you okay? Is it morning sickness? You give a quick nod and take a few deep breaths to chase the nausea away. I saw a lot of baked goods over there. No, it's not time for the cupcakes yet. Daphne, your surrogate can eat whatever she wants. Uh-oh. Daphne shrinks away from her mother's sharp tone and then gives in. Honestly, anything covered in sugar sounds amazing to you right now. Cole moves to stand next to you, the gravity of him beside you, an instant comfort. Well, right, I guess everyone could help themselves to anything. Oh, one of my favorite shower activities is making a quilt together. I actually brought some fabric squares just in case. And I always have some paint in my car. I can run and grab it for you, miss. That's so sweet. And the blanket would be a keepsake for the baby to know just how loved they are. We'd want you to take the lead, though. I won't speak for everyone, but I'm definitely not an artist. Her hands ache to wrap around Cole's, guide his strokes, lean in close and whisper instructions in his ears. Diamond choice. Let's do it. Daphne's plastered-on smile widens, almost looking painful. Great, I'll just wing it then. Wonderful. Oh. You start to pass out small squares of fabric as Daphne organizes everyone around the tables. When Ivan returns with your emergency stash of paint, you make sure everyone has a brush and some colors. Okay, Alyssa, what should we do first? First, loosen up. Best way to make art is to relax, have fun with it, leave your self-criticism behind. I always got an A in art class, even when I attempted to finger paint the Mona Lisa in 2nd grade. Exactly. No matter what we all came up with, it's gonna look great. And our baby is gonna love it. After you give a quick painting tutorial, everyone gets started on their section of the blanket. You're so in the zone with your design of a little teddy bear that you almost forgot where you are until Cole's family notices your work. Wow, that's so good. I love the shading. I was hoping the baby will inherit some of your art skills. Maybe Stone could be the next Picasso. Isn't she incredible? Cole presses his shoulder into yours. The mix of praise and the feel of his arm against yours sends a sprite of warmth through you. I think you're the only person in the world who's that impressed by a teddy bear. It would be so easy to bask in the glow of his admiration, but to force your attention back to your artwork. As you finish up the last brush stroke of your bear, you turn to check on everyone else. You see Daphne painting with an annoyed frown. Estelle looms over her shoulder. It's too yellow for the moon. Add some white so it doesn't look like a banana. I don't even want to do a moon, Mom. I'm just trying to help. This is all for your child, after all. It doesn't feel like my child. I wasn't even the one so desperate for a baby. You barely hear Daphne's whispered words, but they strike a chord in you. She's really struggling, isn't she? Struggling with what? Exactly. I should step in and help her. Let her struggle. I'm gonna be the better person. You take a deep breath, plaster on a smile, and walk up to Daphne. Daphne, do you need any help? Definitely. Look how out of proportion she made it. Actually, the proportions look pretty good. What you need is more definition. Here. You take her paintbrush and start shading in the edges. A couple little more strokes and it looks three-dimensional and eye-catching. You really are good at that. Practice can make an artist out of anyone. Give it a try. Daphne hesitantly takes the brush and makes a few strokes. See? Just keep doing that, but not too much. I see. It's like when I'm finding my light at a photo shoot, just more manual. That's a great way to look at it. Thanks, Alyssa. You continue around the table, helping anyone that asks. Juliet makes a cute llama with a birthday hat, while Keith finishes up a sailboat. Thanks for the pointers, Alyssa. It was looking dangerously close to a dog. Oh, it would have been tragic since babies famously hate dogs. Tell Maya to find the spikes on her adorable little hedgehog, and Walt and Amanda work together to paint a couple of pansies. Oh, I almost wish I could keep this little guy for myself. Thanks for resisting. The blanket wouldn't be the same without the Auntie Maya touch. Agreed. It's really coming together. You return to your spot to find Cole concentrating. I can feel you hovering, Alyssa. I'm not hovering, I'm checking in. Well, it's making me self-conscious given that this looks terrible. Oh, he's just like me. I hate people who are over my shoulder. Seriously, I do. It's a pet peeve of mine. Cole steps aside to show you his design, a blocky figure with a splotch of pink on the face. It's a baboon? It's supposed to be a robot with a heart on its face, but I clearly missed the mark by a mile. No, you didn't. It's just a work in the progress. Then maybe you can help me salvage the end product, get us away from terrifying baboon to cute robot with baby will love. No problem. You'll be a teacher's pet by the time I'm done with you. You lean in close, your heart skipping a beat as your shoulders brush against his. He closes the distance until your sides are flush with each other. I work best with some hands-on guidance. He raises a suggested eyebrow at you and you can't help but play along. There's only one way to properly show someone how things are done. I should Well, we did want to whisper instructions in his ear. Whisper instructions. You don't dare hold his hand with a brush, knowing how easily another simple touch could make you lose all your senses. Instead, you lean over his shoulder to give a good view of his work, speaking softly as you instruct him. Let's start by using long, steady strokes. A tingle between your legs makes you reconsider your phrasing, your mind momentarily thinking about other places you could stroke. Like that. The deftness with which he draws the lines does nothing to quell the growing fire in you. You lean in further until your breast grazes back, your nipples tighten. You hum into his ear, adding a bit of a texture to your voice so it comes out as a moan. Perfect. You're a quick learner. Do you like it like this? I think we need some tight, rapid circles here. Keep going until you know it's reached completion. From the way his grip tightens on the brush, you know he gets your true meaning. I do always like to finish whatever I start. I want to make sure everyone is satisfied. No sooner do you meet his eyes and you fall into them, captivated by the intensity of his stare. You feel yourself drawn inexorably towards him. Cole, done! You're jolted back to the present. You look at her work, happy to see how proud she is, the way it turned out. Looks like this is almost done, too. Just need a bit of gray here. Thank you for all of your help. You force yourself to take a step back as Cole finishes up his piece. Others follow suit, and Demi begins tying them together. Soon, it all comes together to make a finished blanket. Oh, it turned out amazing. It's cute. Thank you, everyone, for all of your hard work. As Cole holds up the blanket for everyone to see, you can't help but feel proud, especially when Cole's gaze lingers on you. We made something truly special today. You get teary-eyed as you think about the sleeping baby swaddled in the blanket that their family put so much love into, all guided by you. Yeah, that means a lot to me, too. The moment is interrupted by Daphne as she brings everyone's attention back to her with a few loud claps. And now for the main event, presents! Everyone follows Cole and Daphne to the gift table, which is practically buckling under the weight of the massive pile of elegantly wrapped presents. It looks like the first gift is addressed to you, Daph. Daphne opens it and pulls out an extremely expensive purse. Her friends squeal in delight. Oh, a Birkin bag. This line hasn't even been released yet. I thought this was a baby shower. Shouldn't there be a baby presents? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd think. Where's the stuff for the baby? Daphne picks up a gift basket of spa products and reads a label. It's a mommy self-care kit. Oh, how sweet. You deserve that more than her. You're the one carrying the baby. As Cole sets aside the last bit of torn wrapping paper and stands up to thank everyone, Harrison sets aside his camera and steps forward. I have one final gift for you, my muse. Harrison pulls a small rectangular box out of his pocket. He hands it to Daphne with a big smile while Cole eyes him warily. Diamond necklace. Oh, okay. Oh, Harrison, it's beautiful. She turns around and lets Harrison clasp it around her neck. Behind them, you notice Cole's jaw clench. Is it just me, or does that seem like a really personal gift, even compared to all the other gifts? At this point, Alyssa, everything about this baby shower has been weird. Pretty much. Once the gifts have been whisked away by the staff, lunch is announced, and everyone makes their way to the tables. You start for your seat, but a hand on your elbow stops you. You know it's Cole's before you turn, just from the heady scent of his cologne. Can I steal you away for a moment? You hesitate, your mind scrambling for an excuse to say no as your body screams for you to say yes before you can stop yourself. Of course. He leads you out of the venue and away from prying eyes. I'm sorry we haven't had much chance to talk today. You don't need to apologize. Today is you and Daphne, after all. But it's also about you. That's why I asked you to come out here. I wanted to give you this. He hands you a gift bag, his hand lingering on yours as he passes it to you. The thrill of his touch mixes with the thrill of him thinking of you. Consider it a small thank you for the vital role you're playing in this baby's life, and in mine. Oh, it's an orca plush. It's got a little baby on top of it. It's cute. I saw this when I was out shopping the other day, and I knew I had to get it for you. Hopefully it'll remind you of our whale-watching excursion. Cole, this is so thoughtful. I could never forget that night. As you cradle the plush in your arms and stare up at Cole, all the feelings you've been trying to ignore come rushing to the fore. No matter how much I try and stay away, we keep ending up here. Something has to change. Before you can second-guess yourself, you open your mouth and ask the question that's been burning inside of you since the day you met. There's something between us, right? I'm not imagining it. The moment the words leave your lips, his expression tightens, becoming inscrutable. You step towards him, the air between you humming with a tension you can't read. Please, Cole, I need to know what all this is. Us has to mean to you. He sucks in a breath and lets it out in a long sigh. It means I don't know what it means, but I have a wife and I'm starting a family. I need to stay committed to that. Then, why did you kiss me? Alyssa, his eyes seem to plead with you, though he knows answering the question will irrevocably change something between you. You know the answer, and I'm pretty sure I do too. You take another step towards him, for once feeling no hesitation at your closeness. If he won't let his walls down, you'll just have to break through them. Yeah, this has never worked with a man, ever. Cole, I have feelings for you. And I know I shouldn't, or that I should keep them to myself, but I can't hide it anymore. He sighs, looks down at his feet. You hold your breath as you wait for him to respond, your heart pounding in your ears. I know, because I feel the same way. Whatever's between us, we can't keep trying to pretend it doesn't exist. You know you should feel more guilty, more conflicted, but all you can feel is when you hear his confession is elation. But that terrifies me. I have a wife, I'm about to be a dad. Every time I see you, all I can think about is kissing you again. So what do we do? I don't know. He steps closer, brushing his knuckles across your cheek. Heat rises to meet his touch, igniting the longing deep in your belly. God, Alyssa, you're funny, kind, so incredibly talented. You're sexy as hell. You deserve better than me. You deserve to be someone's whole world, not some dirty little secret. I don't want someone, Cole. I want you. He lifts your chin, his eyes questioning. But you can't deny him anymore. Seeing that look in your eyes, he presses his lips against yours. You wrap your arms around his neck, open your mouth to his. His touch is desperate, as though he's been starving for you for days on end. Alyssa. The way he says your name ignites a fire in you. His hand slides to the back of your neck. The way his fingers clutch you, you know he's just as desperate to kiss you as you are to kiss him. I need you. I need you, Alyssa. You press yourself into him, your leg automatically lifting to wrap around his side, bring him closer. His other hand drops to hold your thigh, moving up until it slides under the hem of your dress. And then you're kissing Cole. Cole. You wrap your arms around his neck, pulling his mouth back to yours. Your entire body ignites in desire, wanting more, much more. Alyssa. Cole drops his mouth to your neck, finding a spot that sends your nerves on fire. Your hands ache to feel him. Bring him back to my lips. You spent too much time not kissing Cole to let him get away so quickly. Come back here. Wrap her hand around the back of his neck and guide his lips back to yours, parting them gently with your tongue. Cole gently bites your bottom lip, earning a moan from a deep inside of you. Tell me to stop, Alyssa. If you don't want this, tell me. I want what you want. He lets out a soft groan of his own, his strong embrace tightening around you. What I want is to never stop kissing you. And I'm yours, Cole. He captures your lips again with an intensity you've never experienced before. He practically growls as he backs you into a nearby wall, tucked behind a copse of trees. This is all I think about, Alyssa, having you like this. You can feel his hot breath on your neck as he slides his hand underneath your clothing to find your breast. You arch you back to give him better access. You should tell me more. I think about tasting you, feeling you, hearing your tiny little moans as I touch you. His hand slides down your waist to grip your thigh, and knowing I won't stop touching you until you come apart. Oh God. His hand inches under your bra. The groan escapes him as his fingers find your bare skin, sends your heart thumping in desire. You lift your leg up, and Cole's other hand immediately grips your thigh, pulling your hips against his. You can feel him against you, nudging between your thighs, with desperation palpable as he explores your body and mouth. Cole, with one hand still okay. Sorry for those of you who are wanting to enjoy that, because, you know, the whole YouTube thing on every channel, so yeah. But your heartbeat slows, you look up at Cole once more before he presses a gentle kiss to your lips. You're so beautiful. And you felt so... You want to reach for him again, to slide your hand beneath his belt to show him just what he made you feel. From the heat in his eyes, he wants the same thing. He holds you a moment longer, but an excited laugh from a not-so-distant baby shower draws you back to reality. We should head back. Cole helps you straighten your clothing, his touch making your every nerve thrill with the memory of what those hands just did to you. Yeah. Suddenly you hear footsteps rapidly approaching. You and Cole both startle. There you two are. Come on, things are wrapping up and everyone's waiting to say their goodbyes. Right. Yeah, of course. As you briskly follow Daphne in a dining area, you and Cole share a look of mingled guilt and relief. That was too close. But now that I know Cole feels the way I do, how can we possibly stay apart? Alright, so without further ado, remember to like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy the content that I do. Let me know down in the comment section below what you thought of this chapter. And here's a personal note. So, yeah, no, literally, when I say this, I am the only channel who tries to push the boundaries of this stuff. A lot of other channels either have to avoid it or they cut it out and then post it on other sites. Or links, or whatever. I at least try and push the boundaries of this stuff because of YouTube. Also, I also read. Good luck finding another channel that does that. I know that some of you over the time and course of years that I've been doing this shit, which, welcome to the 7th anniversary of Choices, means I've been doing this shit for 7 years. I've been reading every single day, right? There's the rare chapter here and there that when I stop reading, everyone's like, what the hell happened? And I'm like, listen, I lost my voice, or I was feeling bad, or I just wanted to get it out for you guys. You know, I was looking at a couple other channels, because I do that, you know, see what their choices are, watch their content, you know, and I sit there and I see all these people talking in their comment section, and I ask, you know, why, it's not the same here, right? I give 110% of myself. And I also put my personality on the line. I like to make you laugh. I like to make you smile. I like to, you know, just have you enjoy content genuinely, right? I'm not here to just tap. If that was the case, you know, it'd be a hell of a lot easier for me to just tap through, mute the mic, and not speak at all, not do voices, and just do that for you guys, and you could just watch it. It's just a bit weird to me that a lot of people, look at the work that they do, and I, again, see tons of people commenting in their comment section, and people have made the comments to me that, you know, you just have one of the most quietest communities on the planet. Out of all the creators, you have one of the quietest ones. And I get that, you know, if you guys are too shy or whatnot to talk, but again, 85% of the people that watch my content aren't even subscribed. Like, they won't even make that commitment to subscribe to the content. And that kind of saddens me. I wish you'd all make that one little, it's free. It's a simple button just to subscribe, right? And that way you can continue to come back. It's a way of saying, hey, I actually enjoy this channel. I enjoy this content. I enjoy what he does. I don't know. I keep trying, right? I even lost some sleep last night about all this. I lost sleep. I've only got like 3 hours sleep because of me thinking of you guys and what we could do to continue to improve this community, this family that I've tried to make. And I don't know, it just feels like I never do enough, or I am never enough. And yeah, no, whole lot of bad feelings. But anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.